Now, the next most important thing in the leasing process is the actual showing itself. So a couple of key points here. Number one is this. I never show apartments just individual apartments like during the week at nighttime and stuff like that. I used to do that, huge expense of time. So what we do is this. We always set up our showings on Saturdays, and we do them in 2-hour intervals. So if I got 4 showings, I'll go from 9 to 11, 11 to 1, 1 to 3, 3 to 5, okay? I don't do this every Saturday, and I don't even do it at all anymore. I have other people that actually do the showings for me, okay? And then within those 2-hour intervals, when there's 2-hour viewings or showings, I might put anywhere between 4 and 8 people in there coming to look at the apartment, okay? So back to the telephone questionnaire. You've gotten through the telephone interview, filled out the questionnaire. The prospective applicant has gone to the drive-by, they call you back and they said, yep, I want to see that place. Well, that's when you tell them, okay, great. It's available to be shown this Saturday from 11 to 1, okay? Your specific appointment is, and if it's, by the way, if it's a big 3-bedroom, like a single-family home, I'll put in 4 viewers in the 2 hours, half hour each. If it's a small little 1-bedroom apartment, I'll put them in 1 every 15 minutes. So I'll have 8 people looking at those, okay? It's whatever you feel like you can reasonably get in a 2-hour time frame. Now, you're always going to have some people showing up late, some people showing up early. A little bit of overlap's good because it creates some urgency and some scarcity. Remember, your place is going to be spick and span. It's going to be shining, looking clean. It's going to appeal to everybody. So you're going to have competition using this process, okay? Now, make sure you tell them when they call you back to set up the viewing, the showing, to come prepared with should they decide they want to pursue the place, prepared to either check or credit card, put something on hold for deposit, enough money also to pay for the application fee. There's an application we'll have to fill out should they decide to move forward with the property. Okay, so make sure they're prepared with everything they need, proof of ID, proof of employment, things like that, okay? I'd even have them sometimes bring in their current lease where they're currently renting. So in any case, have them come prepared as they possibly can be. Now, people start showing up at your property. Of course, you introduce yourself in person. Hey, great to meet you. Let them see the unit. And then if they decide they do want to pursue that, I have them fill out the application right there on the spot. Okay? We don't let them take the application and go away. You're just wasting their paper and wasting time. If they're serious, to fill out the application right there on the spot. And they have to pay for 2 things. First off, the application process is going to cost wherever you are. Could be $50, could be $75, could be $125. Different parts of the U.S. and Canada have different fees. There are parts in Canada, by the way, where you actually can only, it's crazy how they do things sometimes, I'm up here now actually, I'm in Toronto recording this. Some places we can't collect a deposit, we can't collect an application fee. Some places we can, but only one at a time. Just crazy. But in any case, back to this. You collect anybody who shows an interest in wanting to lease your apartment. You have to take their application. You can't turn them away for any reason. The only reason you can turn somebody down is for financial reasons. They just don't have the money, okay? But the only way to determine that is to get the application and process the application. So they fill out the application right there on the spot. They also write a check or fill out a form with a credit card payment for the security deposit. You're not going to run it right away. And by the way, they're also going to fill out a security deposit form. It's basically a disclosure. So they got the application, they got the security deposit form, okay? You do not do the lease at this point. That's later on. So assuming you do that, you get 3 or 5 applications, whatever. You got to process them in the order that you receive them, okay? Just remember that. Now let's say you have people there who they see each other, people filling out applications. Just tell them everybody's got a fair shot. You're going to run them in order you receive them, and who at the end, whoever has the greatest qualifications is going to get the property. That's the only 2 things you can do that are fair and legal and ethical. Okay, you always take the most qualified candidate based on financial reasons, and also how long they live where they lived and their length of time in employment. Those are not discriminatory acts. That's good business function. Okay, so that's what you do at the showing. All right. We'll talk about what you do later on when you get an applicant who's going to be processed and you're going to follow through. So we'll do that next. In the meantime, take care of yourself. God bless.